What is going on, everybody? It's your boy H2O Anderson, and finally, after so long, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're gonna be doing a bunch of trading, a bunch of traveling, and so much fucking self-development it doesn't make any sense, alright guys? Listen, I'm gonna be so transparent and honest with you guys this entire adventure, right? Because you see it all the time, right? People are like, oh, I came from this, I came from that, I went through this hardship, blah blah blah, but you never see it. So I want to show you. I don't even have my gaming chair yet. I'm sitting on this from my living room, guys. This is real, alright? So this is me self-mastering myself, becoming a full-time trader, going through all the pain, all the nonsense, all the emotions to finally make it to where I want to be. I've been on this journey for about 3 to 4 years, so you guys are coming on at a little bit in the middle, which is fine. On average, it takes anywhere from 5 to 10 years to become a profitable trader, so they say. But guys, I just really want you to know, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you believe in yourself. And I believe in myself, real talk. I know that regardless of where I'm at right now, I know regardless of what's going on, I'm gonna make it. That's it. I'm gonna make it. I'm already a full-time trader out here, or in here. I'm just waiting on it to reflect that out here. You get me? So guys, this is the pilot right here. This is the intro. This is the absolute very start to the H2O Anderson journey. And if I can do it, you can do it. If other people are doing it, you can do it. People are doing it every single day. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you believe and you know that you want to do that thing, you can do it. It's a matter of hard work, belief, and faith in what you're doing. And with that being said, you're gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks of me. I'm gonna make it. And that's why I'm starting this channel, because I want you guys to see what I'm truly going through in order to reach my goals. I want to know what it really takes for me to reach my goals. I want you guys to know what it really takes to reach your goals, right? I want to be able to trade. I want to be able to travel. I want my freedom. I want to be able to wake up and just grab my keys and go to the airport. I want to do any single thing that I want to do at any given time, right? So that's why we're making this channel, guys. And I'm hoping that you can get inspired and that you can do what you want to do. And at the same time, I'm excited to see myself grow and do what I want to do. So thank you for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and let's get it.